Welcome! In this video, I'm going to show you how to insert checkboxes in Excel to track progress and how to change the colour of the background of the checkbox cell and the fill of the checkbox itself. Here I have a table which contains information relating to hiring new employees. The columns Right to Work, Contract Signed and Safety Induction require checkboxes to be added to indicate if the item has been completed or not. To add the checkboxes, I first need to select the range of cells to which the boxes should be added, and in this case it's from cell C2 to E21. On the Insert tab, I click the checkbox and the boxes appear. So I can now start filling in the items which are completed by clicking on the box which adds the tick mark. Before I move on to the formatting, I would like to point out a few things. Note that I added the checkboxes to a range rather than choosing the full column. This is because if I highlight a column and then insert the checkbox, the list of boxes goes way past the end of my data, and that's not what I'm looking for. Another point to note is that I applied this formatting to a table, so if an additional row is added, then a new row of checkboxes appear. However, if the checkboxes were just applied to a range on a sheet and a new row is added, a new row of checkboxes does not appear, as this is outside the range used to set up the checkboxes. So please be aware of this. If you find you have set up checkboxes in error in a column and you would like to remove all the contents, then you can select the checkboxes and in the Home tab, go to the Editing section, and here you'll find Clear, and you can either clear all or clear the contents. Sometimes to remove the checkboxes, you might find that if you can highlight the checkboxes and then press delete twice, the checkboxes will disappear, but that's not always foolproof. To change the colours in the cells, the first thing to notice is that if I click on a cell, the formula bar shows the word true if the checkbox is ticked and the word false if the checkbox is unticked. This means every cell with a checkbox has a value, so the cell is never empty. It's pre-filled with false until it is checked when it becomes true. We need the words true and false to change the colours. For the method I'm about to show, remember I am using a table and I would like to apply the same conditioning to columns C and D. So to do that, I select the range from C2 down to D22. Then in the Home tab, in Conditional Formatting, in Highlight Cell Rules, I will make this selection equal to. Then in the box, I type in true, i.e. if the box is ticked, and you can see the default red colours appearing, and I can click on the drop-down list and change this to one of the other options. For instance, here I'm going to pick green fill with dark green text and click OK. You can now see that when a box is ticked, the formatting is automatically applied, and if the tick is removed, the colours are also removed. In the second example, instead of highlighting the true values, I would like to highlight the false, i.e. the empty checkboxes, and I'll do this in column E. So I will highlight from cell E2 down to E22, being the range to which I would like the conditioning to apply. Then, as before, in Conditional Formatting, I select Highlight Cells equal to, but this time I put in false for my empty checkboxes. and I click OK. Note that in both cases in the drop-down list, I had the option to customise the colours. I'll show you that now by changing the true rules set earlier for right to work and the contract signed. I can click on any cell to which formatting has been applied. Then in conditional formatting, I select Manage Rules. I can then select the rule I would like to amend, and in this case I'm going to select the true values and select Edit Rule. To make the changes, I click this formatting button down in the bottom right hand corner, and from here I can change the colours. Note that to change the colour of the checkbox itself, you change the font settings, and to change the cell background, you change the fill settings. I think it would look better for the true values if there was no fill to the cells. So in fill, I select no colour, and then I click OK. I click OK again, and apply, and my green background has now been removed. If I did want to change the checkbox fill, then in font, I can select a colour from the drop-down menu. For instance, purely for this example, I'll change it to orange, then click OK, and apply. You can see that the checkboxes have turned orange. To make it clearer to see the impact of the changing the font, this time I'll change the false rules. So if I go to false and select Edit Rule, then in my formatting, at the moment it's red, and if I change it, for instance, to a blue colour and press OK, then click OK and apply, it's clearer to see that the border of the checkbox changes as the font changes. The formatting can also be removed. If removing all the formatting, then select the range to which it applies. Then click Conditional Formatting, Clear Rules, and in my case I would like to clear the rules from the selected cells. Or alternatively, if looking to remove a specific rule, then click in a box where the formatting resides, then in Conditional Formatting select Manage Rules, select the rule, and then click Delete Rule. And the formatting is removed. So to recap, in this video I demonstrated how to set up checkboxes and the items to consider when doing so, how to delete the checkboxes. I showed how to change the colour of the checkbox based on its true or false condition, and this applied both to the background colour of the cell and the checkbox itself. If you are looking for more conditional formatting videos, such as formatting a row based on checkbox inputs, or looking to colour only specific cells, apply conditional formatting based on values. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more Excel tips. Thanks for watching.